All right. Chillington, DC. What's up, Rhea? How you doing? All right. Let's not waste time. Let's just get right back into it. We must dig. We must mine. Oh boy, what did they change this time? I see. So the website is now unusable, is what you're saying. It's actually over. God forbid anything be a square ever. It's okay. Thankfully, even with Twitch's blunder, you'll have plenty of squares if you just watch the stream. This should more than make up for Twitch's uh lack of corners. I'm single-handedly carrying the entire platform on my back. It's true. Nice. Always good to get some water removed without too much effort. Low-key, water at deep slate level is actually not a terrible thing. I think it's technically faster to just drain water than mine deep slate, even if you have to build the canals and then remove them. What's up, Pretzel? How you doing? Also, that is a classic Silver Forest tune. Okay, yeah. Slept whole day today, so now you can't sleep during the night. Classic. Unlucky. I've been there. Yeah, that's also completely fair. Low-key, I kind of wanted to just sleep today and not do anything at all. But the blocks are calling my name, so I gotta do at least a little bit of digging today. I'm exhausted from work, low-key. I don't know if I would like that. I like having 3 days off a week, even if the days are like almost 11 hours each time. I mean, really, we should not be working 40-hour work weeks. It should definitely be closer to 30. And that's pushing it. But we don't live in such a world, now do we? Hello, Whip God, how you doing? Yeah, the only reason to even work as much as we do is because we just kind of have to. Anyways, don't need to think about work too hard when I got blocks to dig. We had a good system and most people would work, it'd be so much better for everyone, so much less work. Yeah, I mean, I think the ideal system would have to be some way to, like, offload all of the work across more people so that everyone can work less without sacrificing our quality of life. I mean, like, for example, sure, we could just have places work with less people, but, like, certain things, like, just need some level of manpower to actually function, like a grocery store, for example. Like, that's something that, at least in our modern society, we can't really just not have. So, like, people have to work there. What we need to make is so that the people who already work there don't need to work as hard as they do for the same amount of money. And then we also have other people come in to, like, basically help offload the stress. So basically we need, like, double the amount of people, but without sacrificing the people's, you know, ability to live. Without cutting their effective wage. Also, it doesn't need to be, like, literally double, but, like, as, like, an example of how you would go about it, you know? Instead of having one person working 40-hour weeks, you have two people working 20-hour weeks. Or maybe you have, like, I don't know, like, depending on, like, department or whatever, or job, like, you divide it up in a way that makes sense without giving people the wage cut that, you know, would make their life harder. Because, yeah, I mean, you could just work 20 hours a week right now, but you're not going to be able to live off that. Like, if I made half the money that I made currently, like, that would just be terrible. I would basically be living paycheck to paycheck, and only the fact that I don't live alone makes it even possible to still live on. Oh yeah, it's super hard on the body to just be standing for like 8-10 hours a day, depending on the job. Yeah. I mean, I literally, at my job, I'm currently standing, depending on whether I can take my breaks or not, up to 10 hours every single day. And then I also walk to and from work. Like, I could safely say that I'm standing for at least 10 hours every day on a work day. And that's not including time that I'm standing or moving around, you know, in my own home, when I need to make food, when I need to just exist. You know, it's been really rough. My legs are super sore. But it's also a paradox, because now that I've been standing and moving around so much, even if my legs are sore on an off day, if I don't walk for at least, like, 30 minutes, my legs hurt far more if I just sit down all day. So it's really tough to make sure, like, I walk enough to make my legs not become worse, but not also aggravate the soreness further. Yeah, and the way I currently work, I work 4 days a week, but I work 2 days and then I get 1 day off. So I'm currently on my 1 day off. And then I work another 2 days, and then I work 2 days, or I'm off for 2 days. So it's like a 2-1-2-2 kind of deal. And it just repeats like that. At least for now. And the 2 days are nice, because I get 1 day to just kind of decompress, and then 1 day where I'm like fully energized. But then on my 1 day off, I'm just like, I feel like I'm just a pile of meat and bones. Zombie. Yeah, I'm trying really hard to not be that way. Like, low-key, even though I really want to do this project, on a day like today, it's so hard to physically motivate myself to want to do anything except just lay down. Like, even though this isn't that hard to do, it takes more energy than just doing nothing, you know? It'd be a lot easier just laying down in bed and just chilling, but I don't want to get into that habit of just rotting away in my bed on my off days. I'd rather be doing this, because at least this is something. It's better than nothing. You get 1 day a week of break pretty much because you switch shifts each week. Really, God. And see, I'm thankful that at least my schedule is super consistent for now, because it makes my routine so much easier. I do know that it's not going to stay that way, though. I am expecting around like October, November, or even just like later in the summer, it's gonna get a lot busier, and they're gonna either schedule me more or change around what times I work. So we'll have to see. But yeah. Anyways, the digging is going good, Sky. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm just chilling and digging right now. Just, I guess right now talking about life, but you know, I'm here to dig the blocks. That's what's most important in this current moment. Yeah, generally summer is just when everything is extra busy. Either summer or like holidays. So I'm expecting around Thanksgiving in the US to be crazy at my work. That's what I've been told. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about being kind of exhausted from work. It's I've been working a new job, and it's a lot of standing. It's like 411s basically, and it's a little rough, but it is on the pay scale better than anything else I've worked. So it's 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 interesting. Also, I need more pickaxes. That's what I'm trying to do. Do I have any in here still? I do. Perfect. Yeah, I do think as I'm getting better and more efficient at my job, it is becoming easier. But it is rough because low key, they've even told me this that I'm kind of doing the job of two people right now at my job. So the moment I get fully comfortable with my job, I am going to absolutely ask for more money because it's kind of stupid. I'm very much like not able to like stand around and do nothing at my job because of that. It does make the work day go by real quick, but it's 11-hour shift, man. It's tiring to not be able to sit down and just think or rest for a moment. Yeah. Yeah, but I only work 4 days a week. So it's a time trade-off. What's up, Perry? How you doing? But yeah, I'm hoping you'll apply for a 2-week unpaid holiday tomorrow. Hopefully it gets approved because you need the break. Yeah, I hope so, man. Even if it's unpaid, you just sometimes need a break, man. I really hope I don't burn out from my job. I felt like I was already, but I think now that I'm starting to hit my stride of actually getting decent at my job, that it's become a lot easier. Oh, alright. This guy's just gonna be very annoying. Get him out of here. Yeah, I hope they honor that pretzel. But yeah, working sucks, but at least every once in a while I get to work on my silly little projects still. And I'm still making time to focus on other things, like getting stuff done in my real life, hanging out with my girlfriend, stuff like that. We went on a pretty long walk today, earlier in the day. It was nice. Even if my legs were still sore from work. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's good. I'm glad you got a raise at all. You didn't just get like a job where like they're like, whatever you start at, that's actually we're gonna keep you forever. Yeah. Yeah, especially if you didn't even, like, ask for it, that's a good thing. That is a good sign. Yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be asking for a raise when I feel like I can do my job without asking any questions about, like, literally just how to do my job. Because there's still a few things where I'm just like, I don't really know if I'm doing this right. Because low-key, I was not trained how to do my job at all. I was given, like, 2 days of, like, shadowing a person. And then they were like, okay, that person's leaving at the end of this week, by the way. Good luck. And now it's like, okay, great. At the very least, they have not gotten upset at me for any mistakes or just lack of speed or anything. Because they are well aware that I was not trained really at all. So that's one nice thing. They haven't really gotten on me for anything like that. They actually seem very chill and patient. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice, Pretzel. Hopefully they just, keep doing that. They should just give you more money every so often without you even having to say nothing. That's how it should work in an ideal world, where it's like you never have to advocate for yourself to get more money. But I don't think that's how that's actually going to play out. And I think in my situation, I've worked jobs where if I don't ask for a raise, I will not get one. The last job I worked was exactly like that. The only times I ever got more money was when I asked for more money. Yeah. At the very least, I've never asked for more money and been told no so far in my, like, working career, so that's nice. But that also maybe means that I'm not asking often enough, low-key. But yeah, I think at this job, I'm definitely gonna advocate for myself a lot harder than I have at other jobs. If for no other reason than just... I feel like now that I've worked a few jobs, I actually know what my experience and, effort is worth. So if they can't meet that, then I will look for something new. It's easier said than done, of course, but I will try my best to make sure I'm getting close to what I think I'm actually worth. As close as I can, anyway. Ideally, everyone should try and do this. But it's just really hard sometimes, especially if you're in a vulnerable position. Like one that could easily be replaced or something like that. Or is not worth a lot in the first place. Yeah. It's better that it's happening at all than never, even if it's slow. Yeah. The only issue is, like, I'm currently living in a country that is falling apart, so I cannot be guaranteed a better future. And I don't really have many options, like, around me for, like, opportunities outside of the country. Now's the time for peace. Yeah. True, true. God, this place is such a joke. If it wasn't for the fact that I actually live among, like, really nice people in my local communities, I would think that this country is literally irredeemable. It's just, unfortunately, we're run by the worst of us. Oh well. I think all I can do is, of course, stay engaged, make sure I vote, etc., but more importantly, just whenever I can, I focus on making sure stuff in my area of life, you know, still functioning. What? Oh, never mind. I see now. Okay, yeah, there we go. That makes sense. Yeah. Like, as long as, I mean, local community is what matters a lot more for most people in this country, especially. Like, yeah, of course, the national politics does affect things, but not nearly as much as your local politics or your local, organizations. Because, yeah, I mean, the government's currently run by illiterate psychos, but at least the direct area I live in is not really being run exactly that way. So, there's a little bit of a disconnect and a separation of, being run by the worst people and, living in a community that's not nearly as bad. It creates a buffer that makes everything livable. One second. Oh, water. But yeah. But yeah, you gotta just do things to try and make your own life as easy and as peaceful as possible. So connect with the people around you, and then also, what I need to do is I need to reevaluate my budget. Because, yeah, I'm starting to make more money now, but that also can coincide with other, like, I forgot what the term is called. I think lifestyle creep. I want to make sure I avoid that as much as possible. Because, honestly, aside from, like, a very few amount of things, I don't really feel like I need to spend any more money than I do now. Follow your own goals and morals, and life isn't too bad. Yeah, but that can be dangerous because if you're a terrible person, those morals and goals can damage everyone around you and make everyone's life worse. So, only do this if you're a good person. If you're a bad person, I hope you never achieve your goals and dreams. I get what you mean, though. I think for the, like, vast majority of people, even Americans, if you follow your morals and dreams, you should be just fine as a contributing member of society. Giving bad people good ideas. No! No! Stop giving them ideas. You have ruined us, Perry. You have ruined us. Society shall crumble under the weight of your sins. Oh, okay, that's also just a Death Grip song. Awesome. Very fitting. Yeah. I try to make my life as easy as possible when I can. I like doing things the easiest way. As long as it's not, like, damaging myself or the people around me or, like, sacrificing certain qualities. Like, you don't need to spend your whole paycheck on some bike that'll break in a month. Okay, I feel like that might be I've never seen a bike break down in literally a month, but I get what you're saying. Spending it on things you don't need and that you will easily and quickly replace, definitely bad. Basically, consumerism, excessive consumerism equals bad. But good luck telling that to Americans. That is literally Americans' favorite hobby is to buy things. Or spend money. Goods and services, I should say. Yeah. Well, in America, we don't really buy bikes anyways. We just buy Ford F-150s. Big trucks. Yeah. You have to be careful, though, because there's things that are definitely on the healthier side that also can cost you a lot of money. But, like, it also depends on if it's, like, a luxury or not. Like, there's a place that opened not too far from my work, and it's basically just, like, a smoothie shop of some kind. Like, smoothie drink shop. And dude, I walked in just because I was curious. I didn't plan on buying anything anyways. But dude, it's just insane that people are paying like 10, 12. I think I saw one for like $14 for a smoothie. And I'm just like, dude, make smoothies at home. You could buy all the ingredients for either the same or less and make way more smoothies out of it. And it's probably not as detrimental to your health. Yeah, like to be fair, the reason I bet it's that expensive is because the area I happen to work in is a little bit of a more like bougie area, like definitely a lot more wealthier people than not in this area. But that still doesn't mean just because you have disposable income that you should be spending $10 to $15 on a smoothie. If you're doing that, you're just an idiot who doesn't know how to use their money. I get it if you do it like once, like as like a treat or something, but like if you do that literally more than like once a year, you're trolling. And honestly, even if you do it once, you're still trolling. Do I know about Too Good To Go? I've used it exactly one time, and honestly, I didn't really like the experience. I got food that was not very good or filling. We didn't end up spending that much money, but it just wasn't worth it. And also, all the good deals are way too far from me. Like, I would have to drive like 20 miles to actually get like grocery store stuff. Yeah, exactly. It's just not worth it. I can just easily drive like less than 10 minutes to the cheapest grocery store in my area and just, buy affordable things. There is a grocery store chain. I've talked about it on the stream before, Winco. It's a really nice place. Very affordable groceries there. Lem. Also, who put the deceit in the playlist? Harry, why have you done this? Now I gotta mine the blocks at 250 BPM or else I die. Oh, alright. DT map, true. But like, actual DT, it needs to be rate change 2.0 speed. 500 BPM. DTing 240, but like, the map's not even being just like alt 240. It's like actual streams and patterns at 240, so because there's a lot of old maps that were mapped. Oh, that is a shovel. That were mapped at like double BPM. So like effectively, you'd actually be playing like if it was like 360 BPM on DT, it would actually be like 180 alt patterns. But like now we're just actually playing 360, 375, up to 400 BPM. I don't know how these new gen top players do it. Like even if there's not that many players that can actually properly play stuff like that, there's enough that can like even come close that it's kind of insane to me. Love SSing 400 BPM plus easy diffs. You are the fastest player ever, Pretzel. Actually, that makes me wonder what's the highest BPM map I've ever... Oh, that is a lot of copper. That I've ever FC'd or SS'd. Like, even if it's not really that BPM, just effectively what BPM that was. There's probably some really old map with an insanely high BPM, just for, like, sliders. Because you weren't able to change the slider velocity, you had to literally change the BPM. My axe. To be fair, this is good mining music for stone layers. Oh, I've definitely SS'd something higher BPM than that, surely. And if I haven't, then I probably could find something to SS that's higher BPM. But basically, I'm the fastest player ever. Yeah. Oh, you use the OCL bot. Okay. There's probably, again, probably some old map that, like, technically reaches, like, 10 4 BPM for, like, 1 second for a slider. But maybe I just didn't SS, to be fair. Okay, let's build a new path here. Oh, thunderstorm. We're at day 2,771 in Minecraft. Wow, guys. Can you believe it? That is so epic. Let's see, how many diamonds? Oh, it looks like it's gonna be an 8 vein. Who's ready for diamonds? Alright. Fortune 3, yeah? How many are we gonna get from 8? Place your bets now! Here, let me throw these to the side so I don't get lost. $19! Oh, you were so close, Pretzel. That's actually pretty good luck, though. Could have been a lot worse. Yeah, same with you, Rio. Pretty close. However, if we're going by Price is Right rules, I think Pretzel wins there. Also, low-key, I've heard the Dissy and the Violation enough times now where I didn't even question that they are actually, in fact, 2 separate songs. My brain just melded them together. Oh, more diamonds, guys! 5 in? It looks like 5. Alright. How many are we getting now from 5, guys? How many are we gonna get? 11? I got 12, dude. You got one off 2 times in a row. And, like, both being under by 1. Insane. But yeah, I guess now we're finally start reaching the point where we are actually getting diamonds from this. It's kind of crazy. That means, hypothetically, I think we're starting to come close to reaching a point where, like, if we start breaking picks, we can actually replace them pretty easily now. Although we don't really have netherite, but, like, if I just make a ton of diamond picks, then effectively it's the same thing. Even if in reality it's a little bit more annoying and, like, just not as practical. Because I would need to make 25% more diamond picks to have the equivalent digging power of my fleet of netherite picks. Yeah, and that's true. At Deep Slate, honestly, netherite's kind of overkill. But at stone level, absolutely, I disagree. It's almost necessary. Almost a requirement. Because it would just be so impractical to, like, have to, like, dig for only, like, 6 to 7 minutes at a time before switching picks versus, like, 8 to 10 minutes with netherite. Depending on digging speed. Or no, not like 8 to 10, like 10 to 12 versus, like, 7 to 8. I think it's closer like that range. Yeah. Death Classic. I'm gonna quickly take a 1 minute hand stretching break. I advise you guys to take a break of your own if you need to. 1 moment. All right. Yeah, there we go. Loosened up the hands and wrists a little bit. I also really need to make sure I do more hand stretches while I work. Because I actually use my hands and wrists a lot at my new job. So it can be kind of painful if I don't stretch enough. Or just like offload the work a little more. Speaking of Deep Slate, by the way, I really want to get there ASAP. Like, at least a Y8. It'd be so nice. Good night, have fun. Alright, Pretzel. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a good one. Rest well. I love yearning for the Deep Slate. Alright, maybe we should go deposit some of this into the smelting area. Yeah, there's nothing currently going in any of these. What was I doing? Oh yeah, okay. Let me do it like this. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Need 1 and 1. Need 3. I need 1. Diamonds I can just put away for the moment. I think we have it like that. Okay, yeah. And then the rest of this we can start crafting down. Oh wait, I need 1 ingot. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that works. Hey Grill, how you doing? Hey. Alright. Seems good. Sleep the night away. Okay, and then right before we get back to digging, I am just going to really quickly use the restroom. I will BRB real fast. Learn 1.21 PvP. Some mobs can't touch you now. Incredible. I'll BRB real quick. Let's get back into it. I don't actually remember. I feel like I was east. Let's see if that guess is correct. Oh, wait. Lost track of what it actually looks like. Okay, I was correct. Okay, we're definitely starting to build up a stockpile of diamonds, which is cool. Yo, what's up, Wispy? How you doing? Went to the dentist and they sent millions of tiny ICBMs into your mouth. And your mouth is cleaner than ever. Dude, I cannot wait to go to a dentist. It's been so long since I've gone to one. I normally hate the dentist, but I'm actually excited to go in the next month or two when I finally get insurance from my job. No, that's IBM. I forgot what it stands for exactly. It's like Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. It's basically those missiles that literally fall down from space and strike really fast. Need surgery soon for your wisdom teeth extraction at some point. Dang. I am so grateful that I've never had to have my wisdom teeth pulled out. Like, I lost the genetic lottery with my teeth in every other way, but thankfully wisdom teeth was not something I had to think about. I hope that goes well for you whenever you have to end up doing that. Unfortunately, I'll probably need dentures in like my 40s. We'll see, but that happened to both my parents, so Hightail!
What's up, man?
Hey man, what's up man? How's your stream, Willie? Dude, isn't Hightail looking incredible? Sneak peek gameplay of Hightail right here. Dude, I can't wait to become the first person to mine a chunk in Hightail. I was gonna say, I don't know if you can actually use the word players. I don't know, were you doing some Usu completion, Willie? Are you still actually working on that? I'm not sure. I haven't tuned in for a bit. I imagine it would be harder and harder to find motivation since you played all the good maps first. Oh yeah, I love this song. No completion, he was busy complaining about his nails for all of this stream, but he refused to cut them. Sounds like my streamer. Greener Cal, how you doing? Green Dickasu, true. True, true. It's been a little tiring, but I think I'm getting more used to it. It definitely has made it tough to do as many digging streams as I want, though. I'm hoping I can do more digging on Friday and or Saturday. Just got done with a 2-hour blackjack session. Did you win? Did you strike it big? Excellent. You did not give up before striking it big. Just like the other 99% of gamblers. Alright, let's build a new path down here if I can. Ouch. Oh, of course I'm in tall grass, so I can't actually fly up. Awesome mechanic. Big fail. We're close to a chunk border. Oh, we are on a chunk border, okay. Probably want to make one more path over here. Also remove moss. It's kind of a weird area, but fine. Speaking of weird areas, this area. Let me do that. Yeah, this is also chunk border, so we might see more ores. We'll see. I've noticed a lot of ores like to spawn on chunk borders. Would have expected more ores, but doesn't really matter. I think I'm starting to reach the point where, like, collecting ores to smelt them is, like, not really as helpful anymore. I'm sure by Y8, like first layer deep slate, I'm not gonna bother with it anymore. Let me drink some water real quick. Easy, easy. Wow. Unlucky. Alright, let's go see if my smelting setup has some XP for us to use to repair this. Ouch. Okay, they're on their last stacks of stuff to smelt, so that's fine. Okay, not bad. Okay. Back to work. I don't remember where I was digging, honestly. Where it was. Ouch. Yo, what's up, Muffin? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yep. Yep. Diamond. Just one. I got 2 from it, not bad. Unfortunately, not 3. That would have been very nice, but not the worst outcome. Worst outcome being I mine it and then there's lava right under and it eats my diamond. course. I think for today's stream, I'm gonna stream until I reach 14.8 million blocks mined. So, about 13k more. I'm hoping on either Friday and or Saturday, I will have time to actually do a long session. I've been really itching to do one. I just literally have not had the opportunity to do so yet. But I think this will be a good weekend for me to actually get one really good session in. Oh man, that noise terrified me. I think it was just dripstone falling. What's going on down here? Very interesting water cave. It's not super wide. It wouldn't be insanely hard to deal with, but I definitely would have to build a few canals to deal with it. And honestly, I think water at Deepslate is actually much more beneficial than water at stone level in terms of time save. Like, I think water at stone level is a time sink. If it... Like, I don't think it saves any time. But then, at Deepslate, I think, especially if the area is big enough, then I think it's absolutely a time save. Even factoring in needing to build canals and whatnot. Of course, I'm here to dig, but you know, time saves are also nice. Because it would be nice to reach the end of the project in a reasonable amount of time. Oh. Okay, I just got 4 from 3 eggs. That means one of them had 4 in them. I think that's like a 1 in 256 or something like that. How many eggs have I thrown now, man? Times used. 1.7k. Jeez. Oh wait, have we reached 1 million on anything else yet? Nope. Not yet. Can't believe we're at over 10 million stone now, though. That's insane. I mean, it makes sense, but it's still insane, you know? It's just been easier and easier to come about, yeah, collect eggs. Just because we've been exponentially just getting more and more as we throw more and more eggs. I wonder if there'll ever be a point where there's just literally too many chickens in here. I mean, this is a really large area, so it's still pretty sparse, despite all the egg throwing, but like, there'll definitely be pockets of lots of chickens in specific areas, that's for sure. Wherever their AI decides they want to hang out, I guess. You know, actually, that makes me wonder. There was wolves at the very edge. I wonder if they're still down here. Oh man, there's so many eggs over here. Wait. Yeah, for some reason the mobs love congregating right on the edge of these areas. I thought there was a pack of wolves in this area. So I don't know if they all died or wandered into the caves at some point. Because I know it was this side. Yeah. Interesting. And that's also bound to happen. Mobs will just wander away. No, not that I'm aware of. The wolves, I swear I saw them for a long time while I was digging like the surface layers. So I don't see why they would despawn. Same with all the animals, because these are like animals that spawned into the world. So they shouldn't despawn. Oh, that is not Silk Touch. Oops. Uh, I hope I have more Ender Eyes somewhere. Oops. Alright, that's one way to keep the stream going. Do I even have blaze rods? Of course, I crafted them all up. Okay, I still have. Okay. I just need ender pearls. Yeah, there we go. That could have been a lot worse. Yeah, there we go. Extended the stream for just a little bit longer. Where was I digging? This way, yeah? Oh, I was like right at the edge. That's why. Speaking of edge, we are on a chunk border again. We'll see if that actually does anything. Lots of copper. Okay, one more sleep cycle probably before I reach 14.8 million. Oh, my bad. Dang, look at how awesome this cave looks, by the way. Also, there's a ton of mobs down here, because there's not that many places for them to spawn, but dang, this looks cool. Okay, bunch of dripstone. Dude, dripstone is actually a jump scare. Oh, that's awkward, Harry. I'm actually gonna be leaving in just a moment here as soon as I reach 14.8 million. I am starting to get hungry and I gotta cook dinner. Gotta make some rice with some uh, chicken thigh. It's gonna be great. Okay. 14.8. I will leave it there. I for sure next stream should be on Friday. And I'm hoping I can do a long session on either Friday or Saturday. One of those 2 days, I'm going to force myself to do a long one. 100k in one stream. Yep, pretty chill. But yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys on the weekend. See you then. Good night.